hey, have you ever felt like you may have been discriminated against or know someone who may have been discriminated against? Well, here's the thing. There are laws, ordinances, and regulations around fair housing that ensures that no one experiences this type of treatment. And so this episode 29 of the Pure Michigan Properties Podcast, hosted by myself, Shalaunda, and...
Hey, my name is Dylan Mostyn. Hey, Shalaunda.
Hey, Dylan.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Listen, I first want to start off by talking about the podcast. We changed a little bit of the flow of how we do things.
That's right.
We are now standing up. We have a little bit of a background change.
Yes.
And we are ready to rock and roll and give you a great episode to the viewers.
That's right. And it feels fun and excited. And as I stated, our episode is about fair housing this week. And it's one that, I guess, I would say, top scale, right? Mm-hmm. And so, let's jump right into it, Dylan.
For sure. So, I think in real estate, when people think about it, we don't really talk about people's rights.
Right.
When they are looking to either buy, sell, invest, or lease. We have no clue. Or, well, I'm not going to say we, because we are the experts.
We have the clue. Yeah.
But as a consumer, a customer, a client,
yes,
they don't know what rights they have under buying a house, right?
Correct.
So part of my consultation process is going through one of my slides on my consultation packet and saying, do you know what your rights are for when you're buying? Even on the lender side, right? People don't understand the Truth in Lending Act, right? Which we'll get into.
Indeed.
But there's so many things that are doors that people can open unintentionally too for discrimination.
Right.
And we want to make sure that we arm our clients with as much information possible on the upfront things.
Right.
Because we don't want to run into those issues down the road.
That's correct. And so, well, let's get into giving a little bit of the history, right?
Yeah.
First, let's talk about civil rights.
Okay.
Because that's where it all started. That's the foundation, right? Civil rights, the amendment, the act was put into place post the Civil Rights War, right? And civil rights should be common for most, but...
Listen, I've learned quickly, common sense is not very common anymore.
It's not common for everyone. And so, well, civil rights is a broad category of rights that...
Correct.
Right? Well, fair housing and the Fair Housing Act, it specifies exactly who is protected and what they're protected against.
Right, and some of that would be religion, sex, marital status. All, I mean, you bet.
Yeah, race, color, even disability is one of them.
Right.
And I think it's imperative to know so that our clients, our consumers, they're not being discriminatory, whether they realize it or not, or discriminated
100%.
Against.
Because there's things that even like when a buyer's walking through a home, they can unintentionally, again, say something that opens up that door.
Correct.
And you know what? That's a road you do not want to go down with.
That's right.
Especially if that other person on the other side of the transaction, they really want to pursue that and say, listen, that was not okay with me. And you know what? They have every right to as well.
That's right.
Because you know what? You said something that really could be offensive.
Correct.
And that could be taken really bad.
Right.
And like I said again, it's even one small word that you could use in a sentence.
That's right.
That really can just change the whole dynamic.
Absolutely.
Of how that transaction goes.
Well, and that's why we're here to educate the folks.
1000%.
Right? Because in addition to the protected classes, we also have prohibited acts. You see things like blockbusting.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's considered a panic peddling.
Correct.
Where, let's say, for instance, a home sells in a neighborhood, right? And their plans are to open up a group home or something.
Right.
And so, say for instance, a real estate professional is in the neighborhood and they're spilling the beans as to what the plans are and some of the effects that may take place.
Right.
And if they're giving off all the negatives, then that can be considered like blockbusting, things like that.
Right. Or even as simple as, I mean, I've done this where, or I haven't done it, but I've had clients who say, oh, so like, are there a lot of kids on this neighborhood?
Right.
Can't talk about that.
Exactly.
Because that's a protected class, right?
That's right.
So I can't really say, oh yeah, you're going to have a bunch of like kids or like elementary, you know. I can't say that. What I can say is you can do your own research at that point.
Absolutely.
And you can find out the best. I'll give you the resources for if you're looking at schools, right? Because some people are, when you talk about schools, that's also a very sensitive area in our business. And I've had clients where like, you can't tell me. I'm like, I can't tell you. Okay. I can't talk to you. I can give you the resources, that I can give you the information.
Right.
But when I tell you, oh, that X, Y, and Z is a great school, that's my opinion.
That's an opinion.
Correct. Right? That's not a fact. That's
right.
Not me saying, oh, yes, or crime rates. Right. I can't talk about that. I can give you the resources. I can say you can call this person. You can check out this website.
That's right.
But again, I can't give you my subjective thoughts. I can only give you the facts and the figures.
And that's why part of the conversation that I have with my prospective clients and clients, not even prospective clients, is that before we get into the process and the journey, understand that certain things you do have to, you know, do your research on.
Right.
Right? And again, like you stated, I'll give you the resources so that you can find the information that you need and that you're requesting.
Right.
But I would say that it's important that they do some of the legwork on their own.
At the end of the day, right, we're advisors, right? We're here to advise you. At the end of the day, though, we also have to be very protective about what we inform you about, right? I mean, I'm not trying to misspeak on my end about something because maybe I don't know the whole picture, but I also understand why it's a protected area of why we can't talk about those kind of conversations, right?
Yeah.
I understand as a homeowner too, it's very important for you to know. Again, but that's why as the advisors, we're going to step in and we'll give you the information to go do that research on your end.
Yeah, correct.
Because you should be able to make that decision on your end if you think that's a good fit for you.
That's right.
That's not my opinion to tell you.
That's right. Well, and then this process is, it should afford equal opportunity.
1000%.
That's what the Fair Housing Act is all about, is affording equal opportunity to everyone regardless of race, religion, creed, whatever.
Correct.
You see, and so as long as you know you have the ability, the willingness, and the readiness to purchase or sell, you should be able to do so. And that leads me to discussing the role of even when applying for mortgages and things like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I even have it up here. So the borrower's right in predatory lending, right? As a borrower, you have certain rights. These include your right to receive a good faith estimate of your loan and settlement costs, the right to know what fees are not refundable if you decide to cancel the loan agreement, the right to know why your loan was turned down, and more.
Okay.
And I think as consumers, right, without education behind all this kind of stuff, and that's why we're talking about it today, you would have no clue. You'd be like, oh, I was just denied for my loan. I have no clue why. You don't know the right questions to ask after that. And that gets you to the next step of, okay, what's the next game plan, right? And that's why working with a good loan officer, too, is critical.
And then even part of our role is, before we even send our clients over to get pre-approved, if they have not yet been pre-approved, is being able to go over and through a list of questions you should be asking your loan officer.
1000%.
And while we're having our consultations, right, as we understand and as our consumer or client understands, hey, we're checking certain questions off because we do know that they have a good understanding.
Right.
And that way they can use their time more effectively and efficiently, and we can hit the ground running.
100%. I mean, at the end of the day, for us, I think the most important part is the very beginning contact with our clients.
Always.
It's at the end of the day, I think that's where our value truly shines. Yeah. I tell my clients all the time, I'm like, my value really isn't what I do, but it's what I know.
It's what I know.
So by me going out, doing the research, getting the education, the training, the mentorship beforehand, and coming in and add to it now, I already know those questions, and I know what we can do to navigate you to a winning scenario to where you're not going to hit those bumps in the road where it's like, we might, some people, and you know what, it happens. It really does.
It does happen.
Unintentionally, too.
Yeah, here's the thing. We run into folks who are, again, uneducated, you know, and so you don't know what you don't know until you...
Love that saying.
Right? Until you learn or until someone tells you so.
Right. You don't know what you don't know, and that's where our value comes in.
That's right.
Because that's why we show up and show out every single day. It's because we will know it so that you know not to run into those mistakes.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, that's why going with a professional is super important nowadays, where a lot of people are thinking, oh, I can do this all by myself. Well, crickets.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. The process has not changed, right? From procuring a property to closing a property. But what's changed are the people, their views, their beliefs, and the way we do business.
It's a good way to put it.
Which has a huge effect on the industry and how it works. And so the thing about real estate always is not actually it is. It's exactly what the outcome you're looking for. It's what are you trying to achieve, right? And that's our goal and our job is to make sure that you guys are achieving what you set out to achieve, and that it's smooth. Right. It's discriminatory free.
Huge,
right?
Yeah.
And so another protected class is the disabilities. But listen, not if you got a sprained ankle or and so, but also, again, you're not protected if you don't know what you don't know because you didn't take the time out to seek a professional or to learn what it is that you needed to know. That's not an excuse.
No, yeah, you can't. I mean, in a court of law,
that's right.
That will not hold up as an argument.
Yeah,
they're going to say, you know what, that was your responsibility to do it yourself, right? At the end of the day, I mean, like, back to what I was kind of pointing at was that's why you hire us, right? Because that's the value, that you won't run into those kind of situations.
For sure.
Where if you wanted to do it yourself, did you know that?
Correct.
What do you know about the process?
Yes.
Right? Because maybe there's a couple gaps in your information that you might have missed. And that could run you into an issue like this where it was just an innocent misunderstanding.
Sure enough.
But it could also lead to some dramatic consequences.
Sure enough. And I agree with you there, Dylan. So, yeah, here's the thing, right? In addition to that, and we're going to get you guys out of here. We're not going to hold you too long today, but I think another important factor for us to... well, not factor, subject for us to touch on is just the Americans Disability Act.
Okay, yeah.
Right, and I come across a lot of folks just looking for housing, and one thing that comes across is the matters of pets. And so let's discuss pets.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that's a great topic, actually, part of like a subcategory.
Indeed. Well, it's a part of... for some, it could be a part of the Americans Disability Act. Okay. Right? Because everyone has this ideal that their pet is, more than just that. You know, yes, our pets are our friends and they're part of our family and things like that. I have a couple myself. Yes. Right? I have a turtle. I love the turtles. It's my turtle for 16 years. But I do understand that it's not an emotional support animal, nor is it what is it called? Why did I just draw a blank?
ESA.
And I just drew a blank. A service animal.
Oh, yeah.
Emotional support animal and a service animal. Right. Two different things.
1,000%.
And so it's imperative that we know that you cannot be discriminated against if you have a service animal.
Correct.
However, emotional support animals and just our family pets may not always be appropriate for the housing situation.
Right, and I think that also just comes back to people just not being educated and trained on what the difference means, right? What it looks like if it's just your family dog. Sorry, excuse me. Your family dog, Or if it's an emotional support animal, right? What is that difference? And then compared to, again, a service animal. What does it look like, right? Because if it's a service animal, don't touch it, right? Don't, It's not a pet that you can just walk up to in a grocery store and be like, oh, you're so cute. No.
Correct.
It's working.
And then for as far as housing, it does require additional documentation.
For sure. Right. I mean,
like that.
And from what I've noticed in my business is if you have an emotional support animal or a service animal, people don't mind usually showing that kind of documentation, right? They're like, okay, yeah, here, as long as we can move to the next step, then we're totally good.
That's right.
Right? So, I mean, like you said, just requires a little bit more documentation just to provide that proof and verification of it all. Other than that, you're a green light to go.
Yeah, and that really only applies, so let me throw this out to those that's looking to rent properties for lessees.
Right.
And lessees.
For sure, and I think that also just comes back to, again, the initial conversation of what is your goals? What are you looking to do, right? And that's why I think working with a professional, I feel
working with professionals.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry,
no,
don't finish your thought.
No, finish.
No,
I think we're on the same page, though.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I always circle back to not what you know. If you don't know what you know, we can't sum it up to that, right?
And I just like to say, you know what? At the end of the day, what does a consultation cost you? Your time. Is your time valuable to you?
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you, just certain folks, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you sit down for 30, 45 minutes, an hour? I mean, Shalaunda's is 3 hours, but if you want the in-depth version.
Hey, listen. If we could cut it down to an hour, but once I get going and we get going.
She's your best friend for life.
And that's it. You're part of the family, so, yeah.
But no, I'm being serious on the aspect of, like, it costs you only your future.
That's it, your future. I like how you put that.
That's all it is. It costs you $0.
$0.
It's free. We won't charge you.
Not yet, maybe in the future.
Yeah. Get it now while you can.
While you can.
But other than that, really, it sets you up for success in your future going forward and understanding what you can do, what you can't do, your rights, and how you just be the most qualified buyer, seller, leaser, investor that you can be, because it makes everything else flow so much smoother.
Yes.
Compared to if you have the hiccups in the beginning, guess what you're going to have throughout the whole transaction?
You're going to have hiccups.
The whole time. Now, I'm not trying to listen to some hiccups.
No.
I mean, sorry.
We know how those
so
are.
let's prevent that in the beginning. By just, as you like to always say, it just starts with a conversation.
It only starts with a conversation. And so to start the conversation, Dylan, he's going to tell you how you can reach out to him. Dylan.
So the best way to get in contact with me is by either call or text. You can get in contact with me at 248-891-9860, or you can check out my website, get all that information on there. It is dylanmostyn.com, spelled DYLANMOSTYN.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. But Shalaunda, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, so to cut down on our consultation time, we can spend the first hour by having a conversation. When you call 586-339-8321, you know what? You can text, and I don't think we'll spend an hour texting back and forth. And so you feel free to text that number as well, or you can always email me, Shalaunda, spelled SHALAUNDA @kw.com, or check out the website Shalaunda, spelled SHALAUNDA.kw.com. You guys, we're here, so
each and every day. Let me just tell you that.
And we're ready. We're waiting for you.
All it starts with is
a call. It's the first initial contact.
That's all we need.
That's it.
And honestly, you need it too.
You need it too.
Let me tell you, I mean, at the end of the day, again, I love what Brent Wilson said.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, confident people make decisions.
Make confident decisions.
To become confident, you need information. You need resources.
That's it.
You need a guiding hand.
That's it.
And guess whose hand is the best guidance you'll get?
Listen, you're in good hands, and that's why we're here. We've proven ourselves, and we're giving you exactly what you need, even more.
I was going to say, speaking of what you need, also, please do not be shy. Give us some ideas, some conversations that you're looking to have or hear about, and we'd be happy, more than happy, actually.
More than happy.
To give you that kind of content that would be valuable to you, right? At the end of the day, this is a resource, this is a tool to help you guys out, even before you're even thinking about doing anything with your real estate.
Right. Absolutely.
We're just giving out free content.
Yeah.
And we love doing it, so.
Stick around. Let us know. We love to hear your feedback. And there's more to come each and every Wednesday when you Google or when you type in the Pure Michigan Properties Podcast. And we're still looking to get the governor on the podcast. So
yeah, Governor Whitmer. Still waiting.
We're waiting for you.
And on that note,
on that note,
I think we're going to wrap it up here. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys. Bam. That's cute.